Well, this is some pretty insane breaking news. It looks like we actually are going to be getting a Star Rail and Fate collaboration event. Although, from the looks of this, and I mean, there's not very much to look at aside from the confirmation that we're going to be getting it, it looks like it'll just be on the Star Rail side of things because there's not really a UBW Twitter for them to just tweet something out and be like, hey, this is going to go into FGO because I think then it would say Fate Grand Order X Star Rail, not Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works X Star Rail, right? I think it would be FGO if we were going to be getting something on our end, but this is still really, really cool because it's not unprecedented for Fate to collaborate with other, mobile games and stuff along those lines. Because I think it's there's Epic 7, I think that I've seen a Fate collab for. There was the Battle Cats game. And then there's another one that just recently came out. I don't remember what the game was called, but it's like Shiro has the newspaper roll and he attacks people with that. Somebody in the comments section down below can tell you what that game probably is. I don't remember, but this is still really, really nutty. Because we knew that we had, the director for Star Rail and Nasu were talking to one another, and one of the things that we just kind of got from that was, well, maybe they're just talking about running their different respective games, right? And then we kind of found out that they're a little buddy-buddy with each other, so, we all thought that we were kind of freaking out for no reason, but well, now we're actually going to be getting a collab event over here, which I think is absolutely sick, and I think it's very nice that they're telling us it's going to be happening in Q3 of 2025, which I believe that's fall. I believe that's when third quarter is for all of these companies and whatnot. As for what servants we're going to be getting, I mean, when Star Rail does these new batches of servants, they usually, I guess they're not technically servants, but these will be servants, right? When they do these new batches of characters, they usually do a 5-star servant, and then they do a 4-star, so it's only 2, but maybe they'll do 2 banners for it, because I know they also section stuff off in like these 6-week periods. And so maybe it'll be like, here's part 1 of the collaboration, and then here's part 2. So maybe we get 4 different servants. Whoever it's going to be, I'm sure I'm leaning towards maybe thinking it's going to be like Artoria, Gilgamesh, Shiro, or Emiya. I mean, I guess you could do something really weird where it's like Shiro and Emiya in the same character, where you do like maybe a Miyu versus Shiro thing. Or maybe it starts off as Shiro and then you can like transform into Emiya. I don't know if that's likely, but then last character is kind of up in the air unless they split Shiro and Emiya into 2 different characters, right? But then it's like, who do you make the 4 and the 5-star in that? Because they're all kind of major characters from Stay Night. So I guess if you want to start speculating in the comments down below, I think that would be pretty sick to start doing there. But one of the things I'm really looking forward to with this as well is, what is the story going to look like? Because I kind of semi-keep up with the Star Rail story. Less so as of late because I got absolutely booty blasted in my summons for Firefly, so I'm a little salty and haven't logged in for a couple of weeks. But it does seem as though you can kind of do a Fate-esque, especially like current Lost Belties type story in Star Rail, and it would kind of make sense. So I'm looking forward to that, but I'm more so looking forward to the fact of what characters we're going to be getting in Star Rail, because I think it'll be really sick. As far as like FGO is concerned, I don't think we're going to get anything out of this. I would be really surprised if we did, but the fact that it says, Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, and Star Rail are collaborating, that makes me feel like they don't want to put anything in FGO, but then again, this could kind of be a little bit of a pump fake. Maybe they're like, oh, it's just going to be Stay Night characters, but then we are going to throw something into Star Rail. Although it's just, the weird thing is that I believe it was Nasu and some of the other writers came out and they said they didn't want to use any of the Stay Night characters in FGO. They kind of felt like they were already done and complete, so they don't really want to use them in story. That's why you get Lancer Artoria, or you get Caster Artoria, right, in the story chapters. You don't get Saber Artoria, right? Like, everybody that complains about that, I don't think, has like seen the interviews where they're like, no, we don't want to touch those characters. If we're going to bring in Emiya, we use Emiya Alter, right, instead of using Emiya in the story chapter. They don't really want to mess around with any of those characters. I mean, even another one that pops in the head, you have Ku Alter and you have Caster Ku, right? You don't use Lancer Ku in the story, like none of them really appear. I think the only one that kind of gets some limelight is Caster Medea in Salem, but she only appears at the very end. She's supposed to go with us and then gets immediately sidelined. So I don't know if this is them maybe changing their mind and they will throw something into FGO, but I highly doubt it. I would just expect that we're going to be getting some characters in Star Rail, and then, I don't know, maybe FGO will do like a login bonus commemorating this type of collaboration thing, but Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think the characters that we're going to be getting? Again, remember that probably at most it'll be a 5-star and a 4-star for 2 separate banners, so 4 units total. Probably like 2 different light cones. And that's probably about it. I'm kind of worried, not worried, but curious what the NPCs on the planet are going to look like. Are they going to be the general Star Rail looking NPCs, or is it going to be like Shiro and the boys, like there's classmates or whatever, just hanging out? I really am curious for the setting and what they're going to do with this. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. You guys, have yourself a nice day, and wow, this is pretty cool.